Hello everyone, welcome to Slipjoint Sawyer. Today we're going to be doing an open tag response to my good friend Ray over at North Star Knife Reviews. Please be sure to check him out. I will tag him in the bottom and I'll also put his link in the description for his channel. And he started an open tag called Seeing Red. He pretty much wanted to see any knives you have, folding, fixed blades, whatever it would be, that have sort of red handles or have something red about them. So I've picked out 5 or 6 maybe a little bit more knives that I got with red handles. I've tried to not do too many Victorinox because, you know, if you're familiar with my channel, you know I've got hundreds of them and most of them are red, so I didn't want to just do Victorinox. But there is a couple in there. So we're just going to run straight through it. Won't spend too much time on each knife, just want to give an overview of what it is, what we've got. But yeah, let's jump right into it. And the first one I have is actually a Victorinox, and this is the original Companion. This is in the smooth red A-locks. It is a 58mm, and you can see there's no keyring or anything like that. No sort of pressed A-locks like you would normally get, just nice, smooth, really classic design. And this was a gift from my good friend John over at Thrifty Kniffy. Pretty much is the same as a classic SD, really not too far off. See, we have the little pen blade on there. You can see as well it is an older model with the 4-line tang stamp. We also have the file and nail cleaner on here. And then on the back you also get the Victorinox scissors as well. Great little maybe wallet carry. You're going to slip it in like a 5th pocket, great for that. Really nice and slender. It's a very minimal carry, and you can definitely use this around the UK without anyone batting an eyelid. So there's the first one. This is a 58mm Companion in the smooth red A-locks. Next up, another Victorinox. This is one that's actually sadly discontinued. It's a 74mm Executive. See here is a 2-layer design. See that it was got Swiss control on there. I believe that was a brand. This is maybe an advertising knife for a brand. I haven't looked too much into it, which I will need to do. But that's nicely stamped in there, and as well we have the inlaid shield too. Got that keyring tab on there. Nice selection of tools, including the standard scale tools. You've got the toothpick and the tweezers on this side. Along with that, you also have this sort of orange peeler and a flat-headed screwdriver. You also get a larger main blade on this one, of course, because it is a 74mm. And again, with the older 4-layer tang stamp, Victorinox Switzerland stainless rust fry. And then finally on this side, you do get a little pen blade too. Other tools on the back then include, we do have this sort of nail cleaner here with the point, and then you also get a decent file on this side as well, more of a crosshatch file rather than the sort of the diamond dust, I guess is what it is, or the metal dust they use on normally. And then along with that, you get a nice size pair of scissors too, and you can see we've got the older style here with the pivot of the scissors is actually screwed in. Still really smooth. Lucky to pick this one up, pretty much new old stock. The only sort of scratches on here from in the box where it's been shuffled around. But that is the Victorinox Executive. Next up, I'm going to go to GEC, and this is the number 94 pattern in the garnet red jigged bone. This one's had a lot of carry time for me recently, especially last month. Probably one of my most carried knives. You can see, as you'd expect, exceptional build quality. Nickel silver bolsters, brass pins and liners, stainless steel, carbon steel spring, 1095 blade steel on this. You can see you've got the Northfield unexcelled, and then underneath that we have, it's quite hard to see, but it says Titusville PA, and on the back there you can see the model number, which is 9411, which stands for how many blades, and then the main blade, which is 1, which is a standard clip point. And then 21 being this knife was produced in 2021. Underneath that you can't really see it because of the patina on there, but it does say carbon. Walk and talk on this is fantastic. One of my favourite knives. Probably my favourite size of knife as well. I know it's not too big, but it fits my hand really well. And it's pretty much everything I'd need to get through my day. So that is the GEC number 94. Next up, moving back to Switzerland, this is a Wenger, and this is the Alpine backpacker. And if you're familiar with my channel, this is the one that I restored in that longer video I did. I did actually change the main blade as well, but it did have a big chip in it, and I managed to take it apart and put a new blade in there myself, so pretty proud with that. See, we got the red Celador scales. You can see that Wenger cross is nearly worn off there, so I haven't done too much work to the scales. Have the corkscrew on the back. Also have the punch, much more narrow than the Victorinox one. No scale tools on this, unfortunately. And we also have the can opener. This is where you'll see the difference to the Victorinox tools. With the can opener on there. Do that. On the left hand side then we have the cap lifter with the wire bender and the flathead screwdriver. And you can see this is actually a patent for Wenger. Next over we have the saw blade. Pretty aggressive teeth on that. Not actually used on any wood yet. It's more of a, I wouldn't say safe queen, but my Wengers, you know, they don't make them anymore. So any that I've cleaned up and kept, I just like to keep in the collection. You can see there is a nail nick there to open that saw blade. Only downfall to that is it does sit a little bit proud. See it sitting there. Maybe we would have gone the Victorinox way and just had a little bit sticking out the top, but then I went with that. We have the main blade, and this is the one I replaced. You can see we've got Wenger, Delamont, Switzerland stainless. See how well used that blade is, but I took it off another model that was more sort of the liners were bent, things like that. So I Frankenstein two together. I think I did a pretty good job. Retained all the action as well. Nice edge put on there, and it is screaming sharp. And honestly, I would be happy to use this for like a day's work. I actually prefer the blade shape of the Wenger to the Victorinox. I prefer that bit of belly where it goes thin, back out, and then back in again. Just think it looks really classy. And then on the back of there as well, we have the nail file and the nail cleaner as well. So it's the Wenger Alpine backpacker. Next up, back to Victorinox. This is one you've probably seen before. It's the sort of exclusive I got. I can never remember the company. I think it's Mesa HQ maybe. Not Mesa HQ. I can never remember the company, but I will put it in the link below. It's just Pioneer X with the red A-lock scales. It is an exclusive. It is an M, not a W. That's actually their logo this way around. For ages I was looking for it, and I thought it was a W, but it's actually not. The crest is this way and it's an M. Confused me for ages trying to find out where I got it from. See, it's a newer one. Got the 3-line tang stamp. And with every Pioneer X, of course, you get the punch. You get a nice pair of scissors and then the standard opening layer as well. So the Pioneer X. Moving on to some things a little bit more modern then. This is a newish release from RoseCraft blades. This is the French broad jack. See this wonderful sort of almost cherry red bone. Love the way it dyes and the colour takes. You've got the darker bits and the lighter areas. Just think it's a really classy colour, and it's a classy style knife as well. Has a nice Warncliffe blade on it. D2 steel. And the Armstrong's Maker's Mark, RCT 007. Screaming sharp out of the box. One I haven't used too much. It's a great knife. It's just, I think the blade's a little long for the UK. Am I right remembering that? No, it's in that 3-inch mark. I don't know. I love it. Just, I don't think it's going to be a user for me. It's going to be more like a collection piece. So that's the French broad jack from RoseCraft blades. One of my favourite dyed red bone on this. Great action as well. Next up, more modern again. This is the Spyderco Urban from Heinz Haynes, and this is their exclusive with the S90V blade steel. You can see the Heinz H there for the exclusive, Spyderco CPM S90V, and then this one was made in Maniago, Italy. Great modern knife. This is one of the ones I actually really love. Took the pocket clip off, and I normally put it in the Viper 8 slip if I'm carrying it, but it's just so comfortable and it fits my hand perfectly. Really nice and grippy, and you can definitely, this is going to be a work knife for me in the summer when I'm out camping, doing things like that. I could probably do a whole camping trip with just this and be absolutely fine. So that is the Spyderco Urban Heinz Haynes exclusive. Great action on that. And then finally was a gift from a subscriber. I'm pretty sure he did say he wanted to remain anonymous, so I ever showed this knife on the channel. So thank you, you know who you are. I really do appreciate this. This is going to be my main camping knife, one I'm going to use this year. This is the, I think it's the Morakniv Basic with the carbon steel. Made in Sweden, Scandi grind on there. This thing is crazy sharp. Really grippy. It's a nice size handle as well. When I first arrived, I wondered if it's going to be a bit too big for my hand, but it's not. My hand fits perfectly. Nice guard there. You know it's not going to slip out either way. And this is definitely going to get some camp work done. And I really enjoy using this when I go sort of camping or bushcrafting, whatever I may get up to in the spring. But there we go, guys. That's my open tag response to Seeing Red by North Star Knife Reviews. Please be sure to check out his channel, give him a like, subscribe, let him know Slippy sent you. Hope you enjoyed this. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.